Coming up, my top 3 from this video. Let's see where I rank them. Welcome to KDX Bricks Analytics, where I watch all the Lego investing and reselling videos so that you don't have to. So let's jump right into it. Similar to my last video, but this time we are looking at sets that are under $100 from this table, which has January 1st to April 15th, 2023, Lego Investing Reselling data from all of the other YouTube videos that I watched that were posted during that time. It was 135 videos, 798 Lego set mentions. First set to look at is 10280, the flower bouquet, 8 mentions and an E-score of 2.4. This is a great price at $60 for 756 pieces. It's the first of the botanicals sets in this line, and it came out at the beginning of 2021, and it still doesn't have a retirement date, so it looks like it's going to be on the shelves for at least another year, which means this set is doing very well. And if the first set in this new line is doing very well for Lego, then I'm sure most of the sets in the botanicals line are doing really well. That is going to make it a little harder for investing and reselling on this set, but I still think it's going to do well in retirement. It's a great set, and it's so unique for Lego, and it appeals to a ton of people, not just Lego builders, but it obviously appeals to most anybody because most anybody likes flowers and does some sort of yard work, or they get flowers for different occasions. And this looks very close to the real thing, and it's pretty much the same price if these were live cut flowers, and you get to keep this much longer. So we'll see when it retires, and it might be a long hold time because of how long it's been on the shelves, but I wouldn't let that scare you off too much. Next set on here is 76989, the Horizon Forbidden West tall neck, with 7 mentions and an enthusiasm score of 2.1. This is one of my favorite sets that's under $100 on this table. Oh, by the way, I'm not talking about the Star Wars, Harry Potter, Speed Champions, or Brickheads sets. Those I did separate videos, so we're just talking about everything else that's under $100 in this video. But this set is really good. First, starting off with the $90 price for over 1,200 pieces. That is fantastic. The creature build looks really well finished and constructed with a lot of uniqueness and personality, and it comes across just as a great figure and as a great sizable creature. It's on Brick Fanatics retirement list. If it does retire at the end of 2023, it will only have a 1.5-year shelf life, which is outstanding for this set. There's a huge gamer following, so I think this set's going to be sneaky good in retirement. Next up is 40499, the first of a few Christmas sets on this list. This is Santa's sleigh. Obviously, the appeal here are the 4 reindeer, and this exact reindeer is only in one other set. I think it's the Elf's House Christmas set, if I recall. There's only 1 reindeer in that set, so these reindeer aren't easy to come by in general. This set got 7 mentions with an enthusiasm score of 2.1. It's $40 for 343 pieces. I think the set is priced well, but it doesn't have a retirement date yet. We got to keep an eye on that. Now on to the Carnage set companion. Carnage has already retired. Venom is going to retire at the end of 2023, set 76187. 6 mentions with an enthusiasm score of 2.3. And this set looks great, just like all the helmet sets and all of these large scale head figure type sets. I like this one a lot, just like I like Carnage a lot. The big question is, when is the resellability of these sets going to come to a screeching halt? Because many people are investing in them, and maybe because the helmet sculpture series might start to dry up in terms of popularity, because Lego's pumped out a bunch of them, mostly over in the Star Wars line. We got to see on this one, but it is retiring at the end of this year, and a number of people are excited about it. Now on to an idea set, 21331, Sonic the Hedgehog, Green Hill Zone. This set has 5 mentions with an E-score of 2.2. Pretty good. At first, I wasn't too interested in investing in this set, but I'm changing my mind, and I'll tell you why in a moment. What I do like about this set is that, 1, the Sonic figure is exclusive, and I think it still is with the new Sonic sets that are coming out, and 2, just the overall texture and look. What I don't like about this set is that it reminds me too much of the Mario play sets. I wish this looked a little bit more like a diorama, with a little bit more in the backdrop of the scene, as opposed to just a linear left to right or right to left Mario looking playset type set. But it is scheduled to retire at the end of 2023. We'll have a 2-year shelf life, and the reason why I'm going to pay a little more attention to this set is because of these new Sonic sets that just got announced that are coming out with a different Sonic figure, it looks like, and these actually look kind of fun. Now, I don't think they'll do well in retirement for investing and reselling purposes, but there's a lot going on in these sets. This set also comes with a couple of other new minifigures, Tails and the Amy Rose characters, which look great, and the small animals. That slide with the sparkly opalescence in it looks really nice. There's one more that's been announced so far, this very large set that plays a lot like the Lego Stunt bounce, but with Sonic in a ball instead of on a motorcycle. And so because these are coming out, I think the popularity of Sonic in the Lego medium will go up, and therefore that other idea set, which is going to appeal to an older crowd, I think has a chance at doing well in retirement. Now on to the first of these small, I'm going to call them the botanicals, individual cut flower sets. I know it's not technically, well, I guess it is technically the botanical collection sub-theme. There's a number of these in this approximate size on this table, and I like them all. This one is $13 US. I think they will all do very well in retirement, but we don't have retirement dates for most of them yet. The reason I think they'll do well is just because they're small and they're simple, and you can mix and match in a bunch of different ways, and you put as many as you want in one vase or put them in a bunch of vases. The only issue with this is the price point is so low that you got to sell a bunch of them to make it worth it. Now on to the next Christmas set, 10296, Santa's Visit. This set is really good overall. It's a little too open for me in the back, but at least what you are seeing in the back is really good interior detail. But the exterior out front, the details are really nice. I like the different blues on the house, and of course I like all of the Wolverine hands that have been recolored to green for the ivy. That looks really good. For $100, you get 1,445 pieces, assuming Christmas remains popular, which it always is. I think this one will do very well in retirement. 4 mentions with an enthusiasm score of 1.8. Now on to a creator 3-in-1, the exotic parrot, 31136. 3 mentions with an enthusiasm score of 2.3. I think there's a lot of bird sets, or at least a few bird sets that have come out recently from Lego that are going to do very well in retirement. This is one of them. I don't think this is going to be the best one. I think this is going to be the second best, but this one is great. The 2 alternate builds aren't great, but this primary build looks fantastic, especially in the face area. This picture is from the best angle. If you were to look at it a little bit straight on, especially from the back, you would see that it's a little boxier than we would probably want in the torso area, but overall it's a really good set. I like the details and the textures below the stand there. For $20, I think this one has a real shot at doing well in retirement. Just remember, most of the 3-in-1s do not do well in retirement, but every year there's 1 or 2 that do really well, and so I think that's one of them. For the lower price point, a superhero set, 76245, the Ghost Rider mech and bike, 3 mentions with an enthusiasm score of 1.3. It's way overpriced, but that minifigure is exclusive to the set. Now onto a set that has already retired, 76239, the Batmobile Tumbler, the Scarecrow Showdown. I've talked about this one a lot in videos that I've posted a little while back. Notice on the table this one has an asterisk because it has already retired, but the reason I am talking about this set is because it is still available for the retail price on Amazon at $40. I only have 4 copies, but all of us that have picked this up are waiting for the stock at Amazon to sell out so it can start going up in price. But both minifigures are exclusive. It's $40 for 422 pieces, and it's just a great set overall. The Tumbler itself is a really good looking vehicle in that size. Yes, the minifigures are great, but that vehicle is not a throwaway. Set 43217, the Up House, 2 mentions with an enthusiasm score of 3. Both minifigures are exclusive. Doug the Dog mold and printing are all exclusive. That looks really, really good. This set is $60 for 598 pieces, which is fantastic, but we all are complaining about the fact that there are about half or a third as many balloons as there need to be to really sell this set. Honestly, I'm disappointed with Lego on this. It wouldn't have taken much more to, even if it's just 50% more balloons, but you gotta get the balloons at least covering most of the width of the roof. Otherwise, it's just not believable at all. And so this is so puny that it really is a huge disappointment. Outside of that, everything else is great. The vibrant colors and the color contrast really stand out, and that's what's going to sell this set in retirement. It's new, so we don't know how long it's going to be on the shelves, but if it's not on the shelves for too long, it's going to do very, very well in retirement. Oh, and don't forget, my videos are for entertainment purposes only. I do not provide financial advice. You got to get that from somebody else. Set 40516, everyone is awesome. This set is scheduled to retire at the end of 2023. 2 mentions with an E-score of 2.5. A lot of great elements in this set. All the different monochromatic minifigures are fantastic, and of course all the colored tiles and slope pieces are really great. This is a very good set. I don't know how it'll do in retirement. $35 for 346 pieces. Set 31143, the creator 3-in-1 birdhouse. This is the one that I think is going to do the best. This set has 5 little birdies, and then of course the baby birdie inside the birdhouse itself. With how dynamic this set is and how many different ways you can rearrange the birds to display this set, to me really makes it a easy sell in retirement. $30 for 476 pieces. Yes, there are some small pieces in here, but there's a lot of vibrant colors and dynamic elements and dynamics displayability with this set that I think this one is a huge winner, but it just came out, so we got to see how long it's going to be on the shelves. And this birdhouse set has 2 mentions with an enthusiasm score of 2.5. Now on to the Christmas wreath 2-in-1, 2 mentions with an E-score of 2. Set 40426. I don't like this set at all. It looks like a Skeletor Christmas wreath. It is just way too thin to me, way too narrow in the ring. It needs to be a lot fuller, closer to the middle to make it look like a believable unbelievable wreath, in my opinion. The secondary build does not interest me at all. Yeah, that just does not look great to me. So I don't think this set is going to do well in retirement, even though it is Christmas themed. 40522, the Valentine Lovebirds, another bird set and another set that I think is going to do well. It's retiring at the end of this year, so it'll have a 2-year shelf life. And this one's good because it is 2 good birds, but also it is tied to a holiday. Yes, Valentine's Day, but sets that are tied to a holiday have a tendency to do a little better. This one is really good. It is only $13 on the price point though. Set 43187, Rapunzel's Tower. Don't know much about this set, but a few folks on YouTube have said they've done really well with Rapunzel themed sets in the past, but this one is $65 for 369 pieces. Set 76181, Batmobile, the Penguin Chase. One of these minifigures is exclusive. It's retiring at the end of the year, so it'll have a 2-year shelf life, but there's really no buzz for this set. It seems fine, and it seems like a less good or less detailed or less fun to look at Speed Champion set. I'm not particularly excited about this one. Next up, I am particularly excited about 76208, the Goat Boat, and finally Lego Goats. Oh wait, they're brick built. Never mind. I know we're waiting for the new Lego Goat mold to come here someday, and we've waited many years very patiently, and we're starting to get not so patient. But this set has 2 mentions with an E-score of 2, and 2 of the 5 minifigures are exclusive to this set. The other 3 are only in one other set, so the minifigures overall are really good, and the build and the design is really good. It's $60 for 564 pieces, and it has a lot of nice colors along with the shields on the side, a lot of nice build elements, and of course all the details on the minifigures. So I'm a huge fan of this set. I think this one could do very well in retirement, and it will have less than a 2-year shelf life. 76230, the Venom figures, Lego's next attempt at making brick built action figures. I didn't like the other ones that came out. This one I think has a chance because it's just a figure that doesn't show up in sets as often as your core main Marvel superhero figures, and also the face and tongue area is done really well. $25, retiring at the end of this year. A new set that just came out in the new Indiana Jones wave of sets, 77012, the Fighter Plane Chase. 2 mentions with an E-score of 2. This set is only $35 for 387 pieces here on lego.com. It is already on back order. It's been on back order a couple of times, and so yes, this set's gonna be very popular because of the price and because of the 2 vehicles and the minifigures, but it's so new, I'm not sure how it's gonna do in retirement. 40469, the Tuk Tuk. 2 mentions with an enthusiasm score of 1.5. 60333, the Bathtub Stunt Bike. 2 mentions, E-score 1.5. These last 2 sets, in terms of return on investment, will probably do well, but they're too small for me to get involved in. Now on to a very overpriced set, 60346, Barn and Farm Animals. 230 pieces for $70. It's a 4+ set, so of course Lego doubles the price on these. I'm good with Lego pricing them however they want. I just don't see $70 worth of value here, even though you get a bunch of animals and a couple of them are exclusive to this set. You can just go on Bricklink later and buy all these animals and get a bunch more of them for the full $70 price tag. I don't think anything else is really of significant value in this set, but it is supposed to be retiring at the end of this year. 60394, the ATV and the Otter Habitat. $10 set that is fantastic. Again, probably too small of a set to invest in for resell after retirement because you've got to sell a lot of them, but I think the return on investment will be very good. But more importantly, Lego releasing this at $10 is fantastic. That's a steal for buying it at the retail price. There are a lot of things I do like about this set. A Lightyear set, 76832, the XL-15 spaceship. The spaceship looks fantastic. I love that this is a toy set, but it has its own stand and plaque, and the minifigures look pretty good. I know the movie wasn't popular. I didn't see it. The spaceship is pretty cool looking, and so some people think that this one, more so because of the space look and less tied to the movie, could do pretty well, but it only has an enthusiasm score of 1. The Technic Jeep Wrangler 42122, 1 mention, an E-score of 3. It's been out way too long. Too many people have it. 10281, Bonsai Tree. This set here, many people say is going to be the best from the botanical collection, at least in this first wave, but it still doesn't have a retirement date. It's going to be on the shelves for probably well over 3 years, but it is a really great set for $50, and regardless of how long it's going to be on the shelves, I think it's going to do well in retirement. Just might take a while. The Mini Disney Castle 40478, I love this set. $40, 567 pieces. Lots of opalescent, iridescent elements on the spires there. A nice, just basic, solid Mickey minifigure that is exclusive to this set. This one is a huge winner, but we don't know how long it's going to be on the shelves for. 76223, the Nano Gauntlet. 1 mention with an enthusiasm score of 3. I like it a lot. Looks pretty good. Got to see when it's going to retire. I want to see how more of these sculpture sets do that are in the same vein as the helmets. 76960, Brachiosaurus Discovery. Forget if it's 4 or 5 new Jurassic Park sets that are from the original 1993 movie as a 30th anniversary commemorative. This is the only set from that grouping that is on my table, and I think these sets all come out at the beginning of June. This set has 1 mention with an enthusiasm score of 3. This set frustrates the heck out of me because I really want to like it, but the tree is awful and the neck on the dinosaur is awful. Even though this is the tallest and largest dinosaur that Lego will have made to date, the Jeep is amazing. The minifigures are amazing. $80, it's going to have to be heavily discounted. Lego's got to figure out something with that neck joint. I think they need to put some sort of, not like a completely cloth piece, but there's some in between material that has still a little bit of plasticky, rubbery, but more cloth, kind of like an actual dinosaur skin that they use on the animatronics. But something that covers that gap and that can flex when you move the neck around would have been a much better choice in my opinion. I know Lego could have pulled that off. This is one of my favorites from this video, 10784 Spider-Man Web Quarters Hangout. One mention with enthusiasm score of 2. One of these minifigures is exclusive to this set, but the others are only in 2 or 3 other sets. So overall, there's a lot of good in this set. It is a 4+ set and the price is $50, which is very expensive. And I know it's only 150 some pieces, but I feel like there's a lot more going on here than some of the other way overpriced 4+ sets. If it does retire at the end of this year, it will have a 2-year shelf life. It just has great playability with great details, great colors, and great minifigures. You got to get it on discount if you can. I think it can do very well in retirement. 40703, the Friends Friendship Treehouse. Not a set that I like because the treehouse just looks way disorganized to me, so I just can't get my eyes to figure this one out. 41713, Olivia's Space Academy. This set I think could do very well in retirement. It is Friends themed and space themed. That's a nice combination and it looks really good. I do like this set. 757 pieces for $70 is also very good. 60313, the Space Ride Amusement Truck. It's a city set, so probably won't do well, but that Fairground Mixer set that was also a city set is doing decent. Amusement park sets have historically done okay in some cases, so this one could be worth looking at. It is going to retire at the end of this year. Another set with one mention and enthusiasm score of 2 is this Avatar set 75571, and an enthusiasm score of 2 is 76206, the Iron Man figure. I'm all burned out on Iron Man, pretty much everything in the Lego environment, so I'm not paying any attention to that set. 76243, Rocket Mech Armor, overpriced, but the minifigure is exclusive, even though that doesn't look that exciting to me. In this new mech style, even though they're probably better for play, are not a lot of adult fans' favorites because the elbows and the knees are fixed joints and large kind of specialized pieces. A little bit ugly and a little bit not interesting for the adult fans, which is totally okay. They're making good sets that are very playable for kids. Ninjago 71754, the Water Dragon. I'm a huge fan of this set. It is $80 for 737 pieces. The side builds are kind of throwaways, but the minifigures are great. But more importantly, the dragon is really good. The colors are striking, nice contrast on them. I think this one, being that it's a Ninjago dragon, will do very well. One mention with an enthusiasm score of 2. And the other thing I like about this dragon is there's so much expression in that face. They just got the printing right, whereas in my last video we looked at the 3-headed Ultra Golden Dragon, I forget what it was called, and that one just looked expressionless to me. This one really has a lot of personality. I like it a lot. 10311, the Botanical Orchid. I love this set. It is only $50 for 608 pieces. My wife built this set and she loved it and it looks amazing, and so I'm a huge fan of this one. Another botanical, which is the Wildflower Bouquet. 10313, one mention with an E-score of 2, and another set that should do very well, but we'll see how long it's going to be on the shelves for. Minecraft set 21246, the Deep Dark Battle. One mention with an enthusiasm score of 2. A little overpriced, but I think this set has a pretty good chance. It's new, so we got to see where it goes, but it looks really cool for Minecraft. Kind of unique look to it. Set 30652, Doctor Strange's Interdimensional Portal. It's a $5 poly bag. This minifigure is really good. What great detail on this minifigure. Even though it is way too low of a price for investing and reselling to really make it worth anybody's time, I am going to pick up a couple of them just because they're really cool, and who knows, maybe this minifigure will do very well over a very long period of time. And this set just looks cool and presents well. Creator 3-in-1 31126, the Supersonic Jet. I've already rattled off the Creator 3-in-1s that I think actually are going to do very well in retirement, but this one may have a little bit of a chance. I do like it. It's only $20. There might be something here, a little something here for this one. 31138, the Beach Camper Van. Looks nice, but not one that I think will do well in retirement. One mention for this set with an E-score of 2, 31139, the Cozy House. This one is definitely better than the last set we just looked at, but I still don't think it'll do too well in retirement. The Heart Ornament 40638, it's just too thin and unfinished for me, so not interested in this one. And another bird set, 40639, Bird's Nest, $13. You get a lot for $13 in this set. 232 pieces, in fact, and it got one mention with an E-score of 2, and I'm gonna lump it in with the other bird sets. I think this one can do pretty well. It's a seasonal Easter set. Lego's come out with some really good bird sets lately, and I think they all can go very nicely together. Technic 42153, NASCAR Next Gen Chevy Camaro ZL1. I'm a huge racing fan. fan. I hate this set. It just doesn't look enough like the new NASCAR body style. It just looks like a plain old $50 Technic vehicle with some extra stickers and racing type decals on it. Honestly, it's a huge disappointment to me. When I heard that Lego was coming out with a next gen NASCAR, I was very excited, but this just looks run of the mill. The Encanto house, this set is really good. $50 for 587 pieces. Really, really good. And actually this picture is kind of awful. That angle is bad. Let me see what else we have here. Yeah, here we go. Look at all the detail on the front of that. That looks really nice. All those different bright striking colors. I think this one could do well. 76217, I Am Groot, $55, a little overpriced. This is a very, very popular little character. The cassette tape, of course, is an amazing touch. I think this one could do well in retirement. We got to see how long it's going to be on the shelves for. 76247, the Hulkbuster, the Battle of Wakanda. Anything Hulkbuster I'm not interested in right now. 76251, Star-Lord's helmet. This set is awesome. Way overpriced at $80, but this set is awesome. And it's open at the top, as it should be, because this is kind of more of a mask than a helmet. It looks great. And like I said, it's open at the top, so you can throw your trash in it, or I think Lego suggests that it be a pencil holder. A very serious Marvel superheroes helmet set aimed at adults and collectors, and Lego suggesting that it be a pencil holder, so that's kind of funny. 7580043, Yellow Tusk Elephant from Monkey Kid. One mention with an enthusiasm score of 2, one that I'm not particularly interested in, just came out. And now the rest of the sets on this list have one mention and an enthusiasm score of 1. So either they are not popular if they're retiring soon, or they're sets that have just come out and are getting their initial mentions, and then we'll see if the enthusiasm score increases as we get closer to possible retirement date. But the first one in this last bunch is 31128, Dolphin and Turtle. Then 31130, Sunken Treasure Mission. A mini modular 31131, Downtown Noodle Shop. Big fan of this set. $45 for 569 pieces. It looks really good. If you look back at some of the previous mini modulars, they've done very well in retirement. 31207, Floral Art. Not interested in the non-textured art pieces. 42107, the Ducati motorcycle, way overpriced. 60253, Ice Cream Truck. Nice set, but there's really nothing special. It's in the city line. Lego will produce a lot more like this. 60327, the Horse Transporter. This one is okay and probably less common in the city line. 60349, the Lunar Space Station. City space sets can do well. Not all of them, but some of them can do well. But the space stations typically don't do well. And the reason is how do you play with it for, kids, right? So like a space station is supposed to be suspended in the air somewhere or out in space somewhere. These don't typically have the most playability. Kids want to be able to drive something around or fly something around, not have something just float. I don't think this one's going to do well in retirement. 60388, the gaming tournament truck that came out not too long ago. 60390, the Park Tractor. This great set for $10. 76207, Attack on the New Asgard. Another set with one mention and an E-score of 176211. And then 76213 of this group here that were from Black Panther. I like this one the best. The minifigures are really good. And it's only $35 for 355 pieces. So not bad. This is the only one of the three that we just looked at that I think has any chance. 76226, the Spider-Man figure. I think it's pretty bad. A couple of Jurassic Park sets that I have no interest in. 76946 and also 76947. Being an airplane is pretty cool. The dinosaur in this one is of nothing special. It's way overpriced at $45, but I kind of like how the gear and the propeller can break off there, but not one that I'm interested in. This one I am interested in, 21244, the Sword Outpost from Minecraft. It's a very new set, but that sword is very iconic, and Lego has not built a structure like that in the past, and they probably won't build another one like it. Maybe a different weapon, but that's the most iconic of the weapons, and therefore I like this set a lot. $45 for 5 minifigs and 427 pieces, so we'll see where this one goes over its life. 31133, the White Rabbit. 31135, the Vintage Motorcycle. $15, and this one actually is getting a little bit of buzz. I'm hesitant, but this primary build looks great. The secondary builds are awful, but the primary build is really good. And then last two are two more small botanical sets, and again, all of these I think are going to do very well in terms of return on investment, but they are at the lower price point. But this is the Sunflowers, 40524, and then the Daffodils, 40646. Time to finish up with my top 3, and I really had a tough time picking only 3 from this list. There were a lot that I really liked on this list for investing and reselling, but in third place is the Up House. $60, 598 pieces. Great colors, great exclusive minifigures. Just got to see how long it's going to be on the shelves for. In second place, 10784, the 4+ Spider-Man Web Quarters Hangout. Get it on sale. Great figures, great color, great playability. I think this one will do very well in retirement. And then my number 1 is 76989. 7 mentions, retiring at the end of this year, less than a 2-year shelf life, an enthusiasm score of 2.1. huge gamer following. And for even folks that don't even know what this game is, it still looks really good. It's a great build, great detail in the base, and great techniques. It looks really unique for a Lego set. So that's my number one set from this video. That's a wrap on this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.